Good evening. Today we are going to make some soul food today. So we're going to make three type of rice. These are very sumptuous and very delicious to have. We'll start off with the simple one, which is the lemon rice. Starting with, we'll take purified butter. Be lavish. Don't be shy. And once we have put that in, let it melt. You'll see my hands moving in and around. And we have taken two types of lentils in it. One is urad dhuli dal and the other is chana dal. This we dry roasted along with the mustard seeded in it, and then this is red chilies coming in, and apart from some cashews, some peanuts for the extra flavor. And these flaky looking like leaves are curry leaves. These are very good and healthy, very good for your health. Amazing qualities in terms of cleansing your blood and all. Even if in case you're sick, this is like really good to have. So abundant quantities of all, along with astafarida also, which we put that in. So that way, if in case any of the lentils is producing some of the gas in your stomach, it helps you equalize in it. And we'll give it a quick stir. Cooking time is under 5 to 7 minutes. Amazing thing to have. And I have a little bit of red chilies and green chilies in it. Where things go. Alright, let's quick stir. I want the red chili or the green chilies to get quenched into the things all together. Everything is starting to fly. I'll add little spices a bit in a time. We've got the rice already boiled. These are basmati rice which we are using today. You can use any kind of rice of your choice. So we just quickly have them added in, and these you can see the steam is oozing out. Spread it as you pour them in. Lot 1, lot 2, lot 3, depending on what quantities you want. You can do a plus or a minus. Everything getting in. Alright, that should kind of do the balance. Let's have one last lot again. Alright, steaming it in. Beautiful. Amazing. With an easy hand is how you're going to stir so that we don't kind of break the rice. Let's cover the lid with this one. Tomato rice is going to come next. Let's add some spices. This is how the spice box looks like. Oops. Let's start off with some salt. And the magic turmeric. When I say magic turmeric, apart from this thing giving a beautiful color and a body to the rice, this has a lot of medicinal values for you and your system. This helps you if in case you have some inflammations and things like that in your body, helps you quench that down. Before we give a stir, you can add a fresh lemon. I don't have that at this one time, but I will add some lemon juice. That's where the flavor will come in. As I mentioned that, yes, this is a lemon rice. Okay, here we go. Don't be shy. You will see that, okay, how much do you need to put? Everything will come to you via your experience. Let's stir. Get the flame a bit higher. And see how the color starts to come. Amazingly looking. It's the sunflower color. As I stir from all sides and all corners, you can see how the flavors are setting in. Give a little spank. Yes, everything is getting mixed. And here, that's the time when you see how's the balance of in terms of, do we have enough of our lentils and things like that, so that every bite you take, you need to have that flavor or a crunch coming out in your mouth. This baby is almost ready. Let's add a bit more for the extra flavors. Yeah. Amazing. One final touch. I need to taste. Just give me a moment. Don't go away. Alright. Fresh spoon. Mix it well. Lower the gas. Okay. Time for the final. Yummy. Amazing. Hello again. We are back. Now this is Soulful Part 2. What we're going to do is, this is the tomato rice which we're going to make. I've already put in the purified butter along with garlic in it, with some red and green chilies. And this is the ginger which I have put in. And we have the onions. What we will do is, we are quickly having it sauteed. I will add the tomatoes on top of it once it is done. And then we will add again the lentils and the base which we had made for the lemon rice. Same thing is what we will add with the lentils, with the red chilies and the dried peanuts and the cashews in it. We will be back with quickly for you. Alright, we are returned again. Now our base is almost kind of ready. We had the onions, we had the ginger, garlic, along with the red chilies. I added the tomatoes on it, in case you see that the oil is oozing out. It's almost ready. I added a little bit of salt, red chili powder, and a coriander powder. So that's what I added, so that my flavor set in into the base of it. Now I will add the magic lentils along with things which we had prepared earlier. Same base kind of a thing. Okay, everything goes in. Give it a quick mix. Again, this has a very quick cook time, apart from the time when you are cooking the rice. I'll lower the flame a bit so that everything gets mixed properly. Right now you will see the magic coming out with the red tomato looking. The more ravishingly red it is, the beautiful is the dish which comes out. Let's add some rice now. Again, you will take ample quantities as and when how you like. And the beautiful part of it is, once you start putting a bite in your mouth, you can't just simply stop. You need to have more. So your proportion has to be like, okay, I have to, serve the village. Not literally, but then, of course, because it becomes so flavorful and tasty. And give it a light stir so that the rice does not get broken up into. Bring it up from the base. That's the science behind of how you bring the rice together. The fluff needs to be there, so that way when you're bringing it up and down, it looks beautifully done. Wow, look at those red chilies floating around from one side to another. The tomatoes have already given up their body. Everything is coming into this lovely flavor. Time for the check. One final last thing. A tasting spoon. Perfect. Let's bring the fluff up. Yep. Let me taste. Wonderful. Lovely. Different flavor than the lemon rice. Amazing. Amazing thing to have. Or the last of the Mohicans, I would say. This is where we're just putting in the ginger and along with it. Let the ginger get simmered a bit. Again in the purified butter. This is the recipe in the final one, which is for our curd rice. Very soothing for your stomach. Very appetizing. What we did was, earlier we took some rice and we put some curd in it, we churned it and we put them in along with the salt in it. That is a very simple one. Along with, once the ginger is done, okay, we will add the flavors of this the lentils and the curry leaves and the estofeta and the peanuts, everything bringing in together. This we will top it up so that way the flavors are going in. Increase the flame a bit. This does not have to be cooked, as it has already been done. You see the ginger has already changed its sizing, so that way it is already shrunk and it is ready to go in with nice looking peanuts with some cashews. Alright, we will just quickly come back to you on showing you how the final products of all three look like: the lemon rice, the curd rice, and the tomato rice. Alright, see you shortly. Bye-bye. Hello again. Now we are back with the final product, how it looks like. This is what we first started off, which was the lemon rice. Look at it, how beautifully it looks like. Ready to explode, and the lovely flavors which are going to come in along with the turmeric and the lemon, followed by our tomato rice. How beautifully it looks like. And this is our curd rice, again very good for your stomach. This is all served along with the poppadoms, which we deep fried and ready to gorge and ready to eat. Enjoy the visuals. Thank you, and we're looking forward for your comment. See you again in another round with another recipe. Good night for now.